The moon definitely looks very different from what you and I see really from this point, Naga. It's traveling in an elliptical orbit. You can see that as it moves this way across the moon. And you compare these to the pictures that we got a few weeks ago. That was the first time ISRO had released pictures. That was when the propulsion module was in place. And ISRO had released pictures of what planet Earth looked like and what the moon looked like. We thought that that was as close as it gets to the moon. We were clearly wrong, because you look at this stunning video that's emerged right now of the lander Vikram's view right now of the moon. Now you can see that, and this is, by the way, from a distance of about 160 kilometers or so. That's going to reduce further in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, because between 4 to 6 p.m. is when really the deboosting exercise will take place, which will reduce the distance further. And then tomorrow, that distance will reduce further, which will mean that we are at the closest point to the moon. How close? 24 kilometers. And then lander Vikram continues to travel in that elliptical orbit, and as expected, 23rd August, 5:45 p.m. is the time that's been given by ISRO right now. It could go back and forth by a few minutes, by a few hours, based on whether lander Vikram is running as per schedule, and then it will touch down. And these are more images that we're showing to you right now. You can see the moon's surface so very clearly on this. It's almost eerie, Naga, that we've got such a close-up view. And now we're going to get even closer. Tomorrow, about 24 kilometers to the lunar surface is what we're expecting. But you're right in also saying that this kind of footage that emerges of Chandrayaan-3's journey is so crucial also in ISRO scientists kind of, understanding and grappling with what really the moon's surface looks like. All right, we've lost Nagarjun, but I want to also bring your focus to the new images that we've accessed. We've been showing you this video where you can see deep craters on the moon's surface. Here's another video that ISRO has just released that shows perhaps what looks like to be another portion of the moon's surface as the lander Vikram moves around the moon in an elliptical orbit. Very fittingly, they've said this is the view of lander Vikram Chandra as captured by the lander right now. There are cameras installed on lander Vikram. There are, of course, several sensors that have also been installed, because ISRO has maintained that if manually something goes wrong, the sensors will immediately kick in and ensure successful soft landing. Remember that a few weeks ago, ISRO had released the first pictures of what the Chandrayaan's view looked like, which was of the moon and of planet Earth. Both stunning. And like I said, at that point when we saw those images, we said the Chandrayaan seems to be very close to the moon. Now look at these pictures. You can see very clearly almost every significant detail on the lunar surface. And we're just about 5 days away from the landing on the moon's south pole. At that point, which is expected at about 5:45 in the evening, there will be light on the south pole, and the lander Vikram with the rover Pragyan inside will slowly, smoothly touch down on the moon's surface, and then the rover will be released. On the rover also, there are several cameras, and not just cameras, but also other equipment that can ensure that there is a detailed study done of the moon's soil and of the craters. The South Pole, it's believed, has also a lot of frozen water parts in these craters, and that's why the kind of science, the kind of research that ISRO scientists will do on what's on the moon's surface, what's on the South Pole, will be so very crucial, particularly to questions on whether there is any trace of water on the moon's surface. These pictures that we're showing to you right now is also part of what ISRO has released. And on the right of your screens, you can see Vikram in movement, showing you how from light to dark, in a matter of seconds, it just hands over in the moon. This is because it's traveling, the Vikram lander is traveling on an elliptical orbit around the moon. So you can see the lunar surface at one point so clearly, and then there's a shadow that hits some portions of the moon, and then it's pitch darkness. The left side of your screens, the pictures that are seen there are much clearer of the moon's surface. Not many craters there, but you can still see a very uneven surface. These images and videos have been released by ISRO for the first time, and Nagarjun Dwarkanath is still back with us. Nagarjun, at this point, everything is going as per schedule. So ISRO is maintaining that the landing will happen at 5:45 p.m. on August 23rd.
That is true. Everything has gone as per schedule, as per planning. Not even a micro millimeter of error till now is what we are told, because everything was taken into consideration. The errors that was done in Chandrayaan-2, all that were taken into consideration, and it was addressed, and so changes were also put into place, is what we are told. So till now, since July 14th, if I'm not wrong, since the launch date, everything has gone as per record, as per plan, which was chalked out on the paper. The final maneuver will be on August 19th, and then the crucial moment of turning the lander vertical. Right now, it's an elliptical orbit, so it's rotating still around the lunar surface. Slowly, it will be coming down, dropping the weight of the lunar to the lunar surface itself. Right now, it was at 160 kilometers away from the lunar surface, then to 150. Slowly, by the 19th, early morning to the 20th, also it would come down to 24-kilometer height, just above the lunar surface, and by 23rd afternoon in the Indian Standard Time, it will start making its direction towards the lunar south pole of the lunar surface, and moving not just from to the lunar surface, but the crucial maneuver is moving from elliptical orbit and to make it vertical. So that's also a bigger maneuver, because you'll have to boost the lander in a certain direction so that it moves, it changes its orientation from elliptical orbit to a vertical orbit, and then descends to the lunar surface. Radio altimeter will be used, because every inch or every centimeter will be crucial, because it has to judge as to when do I decelerate, when do I accelerate. All that will be important. So quite a few crucial hours on the 23rd, and the moment it lands, that's the big success, because last time we failed to land the Chandrayaan-2 successfully. It crash landed, but the moment it lands, all the scientists on Isro will have a sigh of relief, because that's the major part of what we were looking for. And then within few hours, the rover would come out of the lander, and for the next 14 days, there would be experiments carried out by the payloads on the lander as well as the rover.